What's up, y'all? It's your girl Amanda, and we are back with another episode of Thompson and Stuff. So, we are in March, and y'all know what's bizarre? So, doesn't it normally spring start in March? Okay, so here's the thing. Today is March 7th, right? So it's the beginning of March, but we're almost to the middle. Tell me why today, Friday, well, yesterday, today's Saturday. Tell me why today was like almost 70 degrees outside. I just know living in the Midwest somewhere, we're going to get some bad weather and then it's going to be the end of it and we're going to have like normal weather. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and then, here comes the global warming people. I think this is y'all time to shine too because this is not normal. Like, literally, I went to the store today. Y'all know what I had on? I had on a sweatshirt, like a regular plain black sweatshirt from H&M, some ripped jeans, and the like Birkenstock slip-ons. No jacket, no socks, nothing. And it was beautiful, and I was not hot with that sweatshirt because it's like just a basic sweatshirt, like a $5 sweatshirt from H&M. Crazy, right? Crazy. And then y'all know the Cheeto in the house is the color of rice. We're in a war, and I know like some people are probably out there like, okay, we're in war. What does that have to do with me? Oh, trust me, you're gonna be affected. Y'all wanna know what's crazy? Well, something else that's crazy because I just started with my you wanna know what's crazy. All right, so in this war, oil is kind of like the topic of it, I guess. And don't listen to me. I don't know nothing because I don't really watch the news. I'm just going off what I heard through conversation and TikTok, I guess. So this war has to do with oil, and it affects the gas prices. If you have a car and you drive to work every day, or you drive to where you want to go every day, or if you drive, whatever, if you're an Uber driver, whatever, this is going to affect you. So, me, I went and got gas this morning at like probably 4:30 in the morning, right? All right, so I get my gas from Quick Trip because they have the E88. So I drive an eco-friendly car. My car is a 2015. Around that time, that's when they started the whole eco-friendly Prius, blah 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 blah. So originally, my car does take 87. I stopped putting 87 in my car a year ago, and I switched to 88. Granted, 88 is cheaper than 87. Great, cool. Okay, we made the switch. Yay, whatever. All right, this war breaks out. I go to Quick Trip, 4:30 this morning. So the news of this war was Sunday. So I went, no, Saturday night. I go to the gas station Sunday afternoon to fill up for the week. I didn't really pay attention to the prices, or they just seemed the same to me. I go to the gas station this morning or yesterday morning. Gas went up from 280 something to 330 something. Ain't that a mess? Like every gas is going up everywhere. Even if like it's still cheaper than 87 when I go to Quick Trip, fine. But it's like at so 87 like original or regular would be like 339. That's what I saw this afternoon. No, I think it was 349 or something. Just it was above like $3.20. And it's probably cheaper for the 87, but it's still I have not seen gas prices over $3 since like maybe last fall or so, because every like the gas prices declined sharply. Like gas was 250. And then like what people do if they live in Illinois, they go to Indiana because literally the Indiana border is 10 minutes for me. They'll go to Indiana and get gas, and gas is high in Indiana too. So yeah, and this is crazy. And what sucks is like, this Cheeto, because I don't want to call him president. He don't deserve that title. This Cheeto is just like shoulder shrug, whatever. People die, they die. Like, what kind of world leader has that type of attitude? You know what I mean? But it's I'm just worried like everything's just gonna go up more. And one thing I kind of like found out about the tariffs is it also affects coffee. Because my mom was trying to order some coffee last night off Amazon or something, and she said the coffee was like $40. So I guess that's like a tariff thing too. So it's just making it hard for everyone out here, and it just freaking sucks, man. It just freaking sucks, and the job market sucks. Just everything sucks. But all you can do is just stay positive, and if you do, pray. Oh, and vote because actually it's 2026. It's a midterm year, so pray, vote, and stay positive. There you go. But I just wanted to cover that because I don't want nobody to get mad and be like, why you ain't talking about the war? Don't you know what's going on? Yes, I am very aware of what's going on because it's hitting my pockets too. Trust me. But we're in March. As you guys know, we just wrapped up February. So the last episode I did was like probably early February. So we have celebrated Valentine's Day and my birthday. So I didn't do anything the actual day of Valentine's Day. I was listening to somebody. I think it was Funky Dineva, somebody, and they said that they were content. No, it wasn't Funky Dineva. It was somebody I follow on TikTok. He's a funeral director. And he's such a funny person. He said that like him and his husband like they didn't make a big fuss to go out on Valentine's Day, and I was like, I like that because everybody be out, everybody buying up flowers and candy and cards at the last minute. It's just chaos. So me and my boyfriend, we actually did Valentine's Day a week before, but then we did acknowledge, Happy Valentine's Day, blah blah blah, whatever. But that makes sense. Like when I was younger, if like in my old relationships, if we didn't go out for Valentine's Day, oh my God, it's the end of the world. But then it made sense. Like I get it now because I actually went somewhere, not with my boyfriend, but I just went to like a grocery store or something just to pick up a couple things. Oh my gosh, the florist section at the grocery store, hell, candy, disarray. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all should just wait to celebrate or whatever. So shout out to him for making that point and just making me see things different. I still love Valentine's Day, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the chaos. And then my birthday, we celebrated my birthday, which was the 20th. So if you guys really want to know how old I turned 31. And I had a really good day. I had a great day for a birthday. So my birthday was on a Friday. I had, nowhere important. Well, no, I had somewhere important to be. Dinner with my boo. That's very important. But okay, let's start from the beginning, right? Woke up this morning. Oh, woke up that morning. This, that, and the third. I woke up that morning. I didn't really eat breakfast. Didn't really eat breakfast. My mom, she bought me like a little chocolate cupcake, Oreo chocolate cupcake. I love Oreos. She sang me happy birthday. If you follow me on Instagram, you see the video. And then I started my day. I stopped at my grandmother's house, sat and had lunch with her. She made beans and rice, red beans and rice. It was really good. Oh my gosh. Stopped, visited her, and then I went to go thrifting. I needed some new clothes, right? And I didn't want to go to the mall because I went to the mall 2 weeks before. I bought like 2 dresses that I didn't even wear for my birthday, but they're really nice dresses. They're from H&M, so I have them in the closet. But I went to Goodwill, needed clothes. I bought like some, workout shorts, some jeans, some shirts and stuff. And then I got my boo, and then we went and we had pizza. Because for dinner, I said I either wanted Chinese food or pizza. So he took me to this restaurant where he lives, because he lives very far from me. But I do consider his town my hometown too, my second hometown. Now, does he have to adapt my hometown? No, he doesn't, because nobody really likes to stay there from my hometown, but whatever. But we went, had pizza. Pizza was good, really good. But then we ordered wings too, and the wings were kind of meh. So the server, I thought he asked me, hey, do you want us to box up your wings? He just took the wings away and kind of disposed them, I guess. But I ain't mad at it. They weren't that great. But the pizza was good. We had half cheese and sausage and half cheese and ground beef. really good. Then we went a little shopping. I bought some Samba Adidas. I've only worn them twice. I gotta break them in. And then that's some Samba Adidas. We went to TJ Maxx. And I didn't buy nothing like super special from TJ Maxx. I just bought like a bunch of snacks and stuff, which was awesome. And then yeah, I went back home. So that was my birthday. It was really nice. Did a lot of shopping. Spent time with my boo. No problem. And then the rest of the weekend, I just kind of like chilled out. Just reflecting. Took in my birthday. So yeah, well, that's my life update. So let's get into these stories. It's a lot of stories, and it's pretty late, so I want to finish, get this done, and get this out to y'all. So we're gonna start with some Bravo news. Y'all know I love Bravo. So we're gonna start with the current season of Married to Medicine. And honestly, y'all, I'm kind of getting irritated by the current season of Married to Medicine. It's too much, cliquish behavior, and it's too much, unnecessary arguing and stuff. And I kind of get where Heavenly is coming from. Like, she's saying, I don't want to be a part of this. I can't be a part of this, because y'all know Heavenly is running for Congress. I thought at first she was running for like some sort of like political figure in her neighborhood, but no, she's actually running for Congress. So I get why she's trying to steer clear of the drama, because she's you got a new image to uphold, right? So I just kind of get like, that's why it's kind of mid, because Heavenly's not really in the drama. And then also another thing that they're focused on is the Quad and King storyline. So Quad was doing IVF to have a baby with her boyfriend King, right? And then people were like, oh, she needs to be married to do that, and oh, why is she having a baby, and blah 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 blah. And let's be honest, y'all, don't nobody like King the way people be talking about him. But may the music gods sing, because they actually broke up. I honestly think that Quad doesn't really want to have children. She didn't want to have children with Dr. G. Of course, yes, the situation was abusive and stuff. But then, even when she was single, she just kind of didn't, to me, I probably didn't pay a lot of attention to her. But she didn't give, like, oh, I want to have children when she was single. So, there's that. Um, yeah, just too much. It's getting old. Just like, it's not a Bravo show, but I kind of watch it too. Bell Collective. So Bell Collective, there's a whole new season out, right? And to me, it's still the same as last season, just without So Gucci and that other lady who left. I forgot her name, but yeah, because they kind of brought the drama too. It's just cliquish and drama and bickering, right? I didn't. Oh, Married to Medicine's almost over anyway, so because I think they just did the reunion, and right now they're in the part where they're in Jamaica, and then they come back. They're gonna do the Met Gala, and then that's just the end of it, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm just annoyed that it's still like the same as last season. Like, come on, give us a new storyline. And then Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming back, so they put out the preview for that, right? So tell me why there's two new cast members. There's K Michelle and Pinky Cole. Okay, so yeah, K Michelle. K Michelle is an actual housewife, by the way, so we can't say, oh, K Michelle's not a housewife and she was on Love and blah blah blah. No, she really is a housewife. She's married to Dr. Sims, who she's been with since like forever, I think. And Pinky Cole is married too to another entrepreneur in Atlanta, and she's the owner of Slutty Vegan, and I'm actually a fan of Slutty Vegan. So I went to Atlanta a few years ago, and me and my friends wanted to try Slutty Vegan, and it was so good. It was like eating a freaking Wendy's burger, and mine had bacon, quote unquote bacon on it. It was actually like sliced thinly carrot, and I don't even like carrots, y'all, and it was really good. Like, so good for her. And then there's a story that came out that she's filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now, I am not that very educated on bankruptcy. The only experience I have from like dealing with bankruptcy is back in the car business. So if you file a certain I get them mixed up. It's either chapter 5, chapter 7, or chapter 5 or chapter 7. One, we can't help you at all. But another one, we can't help you unless we have the discharge papers. I could be wrong. I've been out of the industry for so long. But people are like, oh, Pinky Cole is filing for bankruptcy. They're making a big fuss of it. No, Pinky Cole can file bankruptcy to protect her assets and also wipe debt and help her start over. So bankruptcy is not a scary thing, but as I get older and working in the car business, it's not a scary thing, and it can help you more than harm you. So people need to stop talking about Pinky. And with her, and if she does really good on Real Housewives of Atlanta and she has a great season this upcoming season, they can sign her on for another season. And if she has a good season that season, they can sign her on for another season. So I do see a bright future along with Slutty Vegan. And it could put Slutty Vegan on the map for more cities. She needs to bring it here to Chicago because we're like the food capital in this country. She did have like a pop-up some years ago, but I missed it. I didn't even know nothing about it. But yeah, I hope she does good. This would be a good like stepping stone. A lot of people use their like reality TV show career as like a stepping stone to what they want to do. Um, Cynthia Bailey, Nene Leakes, Portia Williams, who else? I want to say Drew Sidora too, and hell, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So moving on from that, um, the Michael extended trailer has been released. I'm still excited for the movie. I love Michael Jackson, but it's just some things that like made me just stop and stare, like how they enhanced Diego Coleman or Coleman. What's his name? Diego Coleman, somebody. The character who plays Joe Jackson. They enhanced him, if you don't know what I mean, because they said, "Oh, he's gonna play the dad," and I'm like, "Well, I can't really see how." And then the trailer comes out, and I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay." And then I saw Nia Long play Katherine Jackson. I think she's gonna be a good Katherine Jackson too. But I'm really excited. I still hope that it's gonna still be a two-parter because even after like the bad era, Michael had more to his story. So, and if there is a second part, it should be released within the next 6 months. So, the movie comes out next month, like in 50 days, they say. So part two should come out around Christmas because it'll be like a really nice like Christmas movie. Not a Christmas based movie, but like, you know, take your family or your kids or whoever, go to a movie and see it. You know, it'd be really nice. And also the reason why I brought up Michael Jackson is because the Casios is like this family that let Michael stay with him like during that period of after the trial in 2005, like 2006, 2007. They were friends with Michael. Michael stayed at their house. Like there's pictures of them. One of them even wrote a book about Michael. Like I guess like a good light book for Michael Jackson. But yeah, they're suing the state for like I guess sexual assault or something weird. Like I don't want to like say the wrong thing, but they're supposed to be his friends, and he's suing the estate. And to me, honestly, I think it's just a money grab because these people probably don't have money. Um, they are probably in some sort of debt, and they just came together and was like, let's sue the estate. Yeah, so I was heartbroken because I have that book that was written about Michael in a positive light, of course, saved in my Amazon wish list, and like now with the lawsuit, I don't even know if I should be reading it. So I was like, dang, that's just messed up. But moving on from that, Samantha Guthrie. So everybody's been talking about this story for like weeks, right? So I would wake up every morning and check and see if there's an update. For the past like maybe 2 weeks, there hasn't been really like serious updates or anything. So basically, Samantha Guthrie's mother, Nancy, she's like 80 something, close to her mid 80s, early 90s or something. Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped from her home. Now, Samantha Guthrie, she is on, I believe, the Today Show on NBC. And my thought is, Samantha Guthrie is not like uberly famous, like I would say like Kim Kardashian famous. She's not on that level. Why would she get kidnapped from her home in Arizona, right? So every week, or maybe like the past month, it was like some sort of development. They released like the blink camera footage. It looked like some scary person trying to break in the house. Oh, they had a ransom note and blah 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 blah. So me, along with everybody else, we tweeting, we checking TMZ. Where is this lady mama? They haven't found her yet. Let me pull up my phone because people are saying, oh, the sister has something to do with it, and just all these like theories. And what's my theory? Somebody probably did kidnap her, or the sister probably does have something to do with it. We don't know. Let's see. See, no update. So she's still missing. Y'all need to bring back that lady mama home. Oh, and then they said Nancy has a pacemaker in there, so it's been disconnected. She's on medication, and I guess she couldn't go like more than 2 days without medication. And when people read that, they were like, yeah, she's gone, she's gone. I don't want to jump to that conclusion yet. I want to say maybe like whoever took her, I'm not trying to like put too much hope into this, but whoever took her probably has like some sort of medication to keep her alive. I don't want to say that she's deceased yet. Maybe she's still alive. She's just probably locked away somewhere or something. And then the kidnappers want Bitcoin, and it was just a mess, like a really dramatic mess. Just please bring home that lady. It's gotten to a point where Samantha Guthrie, she doesn't even want to go to, well, she hasn't been at work. She just returned to work. And I don't think she should have returned to work. I think she should have been like working, staying by her family side in Arizona. So I hope they find her. Just have closure. I don't want to say, if she's dead or not. Just, have closure. So I'm gonna move on from that. I'll keep you guys posted too. If there's any update. Rest in peace to Eric Dane, who is McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy. I didn't know him as McSteamy. I actually knew him as the dad from Euphoria. So I don't know how that's gonna continue without him. Also, well, I think Euphoria is in its last season. I believe it took him like 5 years to make it anyway. Eric Dane had ALS, so it's like that disease where it's like it's really no cure for it, and you can like deteriorate rapidly. Like remember we were doing the bucket challenge like 7-8 years ago, pouring buckets of water on our heads, I guess to fundraise that. So that's what he passed away from. And he was so handsome. He was really good looking. And then when he was younger, oh my God, he was really, really good looking. But, so yeah, rest in peace to Eric Dane. Rest in peace to Power from Wu-Tang. So if you don't know who Power is, he's a member of Wu-Tang. He's the creator of Wu Wear. And y'all know I'm a big Wu Wear fan. I love Wu Wear. Very expensive, but I love Wu Wear. He passed away of pancreatic cancer, so losing our people to pancreatic cancer, shame. And he was really young, 52 too. So rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Robert Carradine. Name don't sound familiar, but the face will. If you are a millennial like me, he was Lizzie McGuire's dad. He was kind of like the goofy dad, but he was like a dad. Yeah, he passed away. I think I don't want to say what he died of on here, but he passed away of, you know, I don't want to say the word because I could get in trouble, but yeah, that's what he passed away of. And lastly, rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. Now, a lot of us have a different opinion of Jesse Jackson, right? Some of us have good opinions, some of us have bad opinions. I'm only going to address the good. I grew up hearing the I am somebody speech. You know, when I was like in fifth or sixth grade, I had to recite the I am somebody speech to my teacher. Her name was Miss Ali, and I remember that her name because she was my brother's teacher too, many, many years before me now. And, um, you know, we studied him in Black history or whatever. And what I really want to give Jesse Jackson his flowers on is one, I am somebody poem. Two, being a prevalent figure in Chicago because Push Coalition is based here in Chicago. Whenever, you know, some like a major black figure would die, you know, he's at their funeral, like Aretha, Martin Luther King, James Brown. He was at James Brown's funeral. I don't know if he was at Michael Jackson's funeral, but I remember Aretha, James Brown, and Martin Luther King. Also, here's another thing. There is a documentary on Netflix. It's called Save the Children, right? So Jesse Jackson in 1972 had this big concert, I guess, you know, to benefit, you know, Save the Children. And it's literally one of my favorite like concert documentaries to watch. It was a lot of acts we would know. The staple singers, the Jackson Five, Marvin Gaye, Isaac Hayes was there. Um, Pop staples, just a lot of like gospel, like a lot of people from Chicago artists and stuff. So please check that out. Save the Children. I wish, you know, the Jesse Jackson estate can like remaster that. Now it is on Netflix, but they should put it in the theaters and show it in theaters as well, just to have like that theater experience if you don't have it at home. Um, so today was actually Jesse Jackson's public funeral. They had it at the House of Hope, which a lot of famous people have their funerals at the House of Hope. I think Bernie Mac had his funeral at the House of Hope. Herb Kent, the Cool Gent, who is a major radio person here in Chicago, he had his funeral at the House of Hope. And it was just a lot of people there, and it was 5 hours long. Now, I think that was longer than Aretha Franklin's funeral. I remember Aretha's funeral. Now, I didn't watch it on the first airing, but I watched it when I got home on YouTube. It was like probably 5 or 6 hours long too. Now, I know people get like really annoyed, like, oh my God, why is that funeral like 5 hours long? Blah, blah, blah. Hear me out. Aretha Franklin and Jesse Jackson, I think they deserve to have a 5 hour long funeral because of their accomplishments, their length of life, what they did, like how did they contribute to the world, and it needed to be celebrated. So, next time somebody have like a 5 hour funeral and they don't like, and they're like a prevalent member of society and they've contributed a lot to the world, let them have that 5 6 hour funeral. Now 12 hours is the limit though. Have you done that much? But no, no, but yeah, like Jesse Jackson, he deserved to have a 12, or I'm sorry, a 5 hour funeral. But then his granddaughter was on Threads, and she was saying we've been on tour because of course they had like the viewing. They had like 2 days, 2 3 days of viewing at Push and at a church somewhere, and then they brought his body down to South Carolina. So they had a little thing there down there. They brought him back to Chicago, and he had like the public funeral where the presidents came in, and you know, Greg Mathis was there, Al Sharpton was there. For some reason, Jussie Smollett was there. Like, you know, they had that, and I think private, um, the private arrangements and stuff, that's tomorrow, and then they're gonna bury him in Chicago. And also, shout out to Leak and Sons. They're the funeral people who's been like handling everything. Leak and Sons is a really, really good company. They did my auntie's funeral. I don't think that exact location where they did Jesse Jackson stuff. I think they have like multiple locations all over the city, but that company did my auntie's funeral, and they do really, really good jobs of funerals. So shout out to them. So rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. Y'all better go stream Save the Children. And if you can, because I don't know if you can now, if somebody can find out for me how we can like donate and keep the Push Coalition going. So yeah. So moving on from that, Uncle Luke is running for Congress. Yes, Captain coming, Captain coming, Captain coming. That Uncle Luke. Don't stop, get it, don't stop. That Uncle Luke is running for Congress, in Florida. So I can't vote for him here in Illinois. How do I feel about this? At first I thought, okay, what if everybody's having a congressional meeting and then boom, stop, get it, don't stop, get it, and then everybody just breaks out and dance. I wouldn't help myself. If I was like a congressional representative and Uncle Luke walks in the door, I'd start getting on my chair and dancing. But at the same time, this might seem like a joke to people, but we forgot what Uncle Luke did for the hip hop community. Uncle Luke went through the courts and probably paid a lot in lawyer fees for the rappers we hear today to be able to cuss and swear and talk about pimping and all that stuff in their, music, thanks to Uncle Luke. Because, that advisory sticker and his lyrics gave him hell and he went to court and stuff. So I understand. I understand why he would run for Congress. He knows like the ways of the courts. So I'm all for it. I hope he wins. But, if not, that's just something else to add to his resume. Rapper, producer, he was also a football coach and a Congress member. So, good luck to that. I don't know. I just can't see Uncle Luke in a suit. I mean, he does wear suits. But like for Congress, like I can't see it, but hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Has anybody been watching Love Story on FX? So I know I kind of feel bad when I watch it because Jack Schlossberg, JFK Jr.'s nephew. So the show is about the love story of JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. How they met, they got married, and all that stuff. And obviously, we know that the series would end when they, pass away. But I feel bad because Jack Schlossberg be like, oh, why y'all watching this? You don't know me and my family and blah, blah, blah. So basically, his beef is with Ryan Murphy, who, in my opinion, creates great TV, but he knows he be overstepping boundaries, and especially with the Kennedy family. He did say that Jack didn't really know his uncle JFK Jr. Now, Jack is probably, how old is he? Jack is a couple years older than me, so let's see. Jack Schlossberg. Jack is 33. Okay, so he's 2 years older than me. And Carolyn and John Jr. died in 99. So he was 6. I was 4. But of course, he would remember his uncle. He said, I do remember my uncle. I spent a lot of time with him. There's pictures of us together. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say this exactly. I've spent time with him. There's pictures of us together. I was in his wedding. So, of course, I remember my uncle. So, yeah, I do be feeling bad when I watch the show, but it's really, really good. I didn't want to do, because I know I did one for Aaron Hernandez. I think that was the last one that he put out before this one. I didn't want to do an entertainment reviews episode for this one. It just didn't feel right, but it's a good show. The guy who plays JFK Jr. doesn't really look exactly like him, but they tried their best, in my opinion. The lady who played Carolyn, perfect casting. Everybody else was meh, and they kind of made people look bad. For example, Daryl Hannah. I don't know nothing about Daryl Hannah. I probably never even seen any of her movies, but she seems annoying. The way they made Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis seem like she's just mean. They made Ethel Kennedy seem like, I don't like her. Just, I guess it's fictionalized for TV or whatever. But it's a good show. It come on FX. I don't have Hulu right now, so I just be buying the episodes off Amazon for $1.99. So I just bought episode, let's see, I just bought episode 6. So there's like 9 episodes, so there's 3 more episodes, and then that's the end of it. And then people are like really obsessing over these two. You know, they're getting the styles and stuff. Like, I heard in an interview with Rachel Yucatel, she interviewed, I guess, like one of her friends, and Prada is releasing like products that Carolyn Bessette had and all that stuff. I'm like, what? That's pretty cool. Kind of. I know it's going to be really expensive though. It's going to be super expensive. They mentioned something about like a leather jacket, and I bet that leather jacket will be like $5,000 or something. It's gonna be expensive, but I think Love Story is kind of gonna bring on like some sort of revenue to brands, Calvin Klein and all that stuff. And I love Calvin Klein. I have like real Calvin Klein shoes. I have a real Calvin Klein dress, something Carolyn Bessette wouldn't wear. And then also one style I think they should bring back, you know, inspired by Carolyn Bessette's character, is loafers with no socks. We should start going back to that, but just, you know, wipe the inside down so ain't gonna be no musty feet. So yeah. So moving on from that. So yeah, the show's a 5 out of 5. Just, you know, I feel like I feel bad for Jack though. I do. Um, let's see. J. Cole has a new album out. Y'all know I ain't really too crazy about J. Cole, but that album is pretty cool. Like, I have a lot of songs in my Apple music library from that J. Cole album. Especially, let's see. Let me open my phone here. So the songs I like is Safety, because I heard that on the Joe Budden podcast. Fell in love with it. 2-6. Y'all know who was sampled on 2-6? I started selling dope back in 1986. I bought a Cadillac and put some things on it. I was like, what? He sampled that? That's how I know I'm getting old. Take that shit to trial, bitch. Take that shit to trial, bitch. But yeah, I like that album. It was really good. I think this is his last album, but that's all I gotta say about. Because I'm not a J. Cole fan. Like, it's nothing to like run home to, and you know. So I'm just gonna move on from that. Just stream the album. Sorry, no. Next story. Kim Kardashian is dating Lewis Hamilton. I forgot about Lewis Hamilton. So if you guys don't know who Lewis Hamilton is, he's I guess like a F1 driver, race driver, or whatever. Not NASCAR, F1. I guess there's a difference. And I think Kim Kardashian should be with him because he is like stupid wealthy. Like, he has houses all over. He had a house in London. He has a house in Colorado here in America. And he be racing. Dude is like balling. She needs to be with a wealthy man, honestly. And, you know, she ain't gotta like, I haven't heard nothing crazy about their relationship. Like, remember she was married to Kanye and Kanye was flipping out every 5 minutes. But no, they keeping this relationship kind of quiet to me, or I must not be paying a lot of attention. Which is good because, you know, Kim is like a very attention-y celebrity. So, and it's good. And he got money. I remember when he was with Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls, and they were together a long time, and I rarely see them together. Are they always been together and I didn't pay attention? But I think this is good for Kim. She's back to dating younger men. Because y'all remember Kim used to keep a younger man. Who was that? She had Reggie, she was like in her late 20s. Reggie's was like 23, 24. And then she dated somebody else. Oh, she was married to Chris Humphries. He was like 25 and she was like 30 when they got married. I guess when she dates younger men, it kind of works for her. I guess. So, yeah, I heard they've been going together for like a year, but they're just making it public. I don't know how true that is, but She seemed happy. They was together at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl I think was like in California somewhere, San Francisco or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're dating. I just don't want to see them in the press as much. So yeah, let me check Wikipedia or something. Because remember they said she was dating Odell Beckman Jr. I ain't see no photo or nothing. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Since 2026, she has been reportedly in a relationship with British driver Lewis Hamilton. And how old is he? He's 41. That's not bad. He's from England. Yep, he was with Nicole Scherzinger for 8 years. Bump that. How much money he got? I don't even say. I guess that's the way of telling me mind my own business. Okay. All right. Well, moving on from that. The NBA is expanding teams into Seattle and Las Vegas. Now, I wouldn't say expanding into Las Vegas, Seattle, because they did have a team in Seattle called the Seattle Supersonics. Shout out to Gary Payton, and that is the same team that drafted Kevin Durant, who surprisingly is still in the NBA. And I was about 8 or 9 years old when he was drafted into the NBA. Now, are they bringing back this Seattle Supersonics to Seattle? Probably so. Maybe Seattle needs the money because I don't really hear a lot of people saying, well, I'm going to go to Seattle to vacation and have a good time. No. I don't. They have the Seattle Seahawks. They just won the Super Bowl, but they probably want to just double the revenue if they bring back the Supersonics, because we're now in a day and age where we like nostalgia, and when you hear Seattle Supersonics, you think of nostalgia. You think of Gary Payton. You think of Sean Kemp. You think of Kevin Durant being drafted. Like, I get it. I get they want to bring it back to Seattle. Now, Las Vegas, they're just adding on to the pie because, Las Vegas got the Raiders. They got the Aces. They got, I think they have hockey too. So having an NBA team, that's great. I mean, of course, because, there are sports fans that might not like to gamble but want to see a sports show. And they might go, they probably from like a cold climate area, and they come to Vegas for Christmas or something. They want to see a sports event. You can't see the Raiders. Well, you can, or they just suck that bad. Don't nobody want to go see the Raiders, but they want to see a basketball game. They want to be indoors, so that'd be good for Las Vegas, and probably bring more like tourists and stuff, because I hear Las Vegas is like struggling, and I can't wrap my mind around that because yeah, even though we're like in a recession, not everybody is struggling. There's people out there that like to go to Vegas to gamble and stuff and see shows, so that'd be good for Vegas in my opinion. Chipotle is probably going to raise prices after the CEO finds out that customers make over $100,000 a year. And I can tell you that's a lie, because I like Chipotle and I don't make $100,000 a year. And y'all bet not go up in price again. Because how the heck is it a burrito bowl is like almost $10? Now, see, I remember when Chipotle first came to like the south suburbs, right? We didn't have one where I lived, but we would go all the way to like the nicer neighborhoods to go to Chipotle. And my first couple of times eating Chipotle was not enjoyable because I don't know, I was on my period and I didn't really want to eat nothing. So once I ate Chipotle when I was not on my period, oh my god, this food is so good, right? Back then, a burrito bowl probably cost like $5 to $6, right? You can get 3 tacos for probably $3. Add a drink, it's probably $5. We're looking in 2026, a dang on burrito bowl is like $10 to $15, depends on what you add on. A set of tacos is $8. If you want, well, this is what I do when I go to Chipotle. I get a kids meal. I get either the quesadilla, which is really good. You get the quesadilla with the cheese and the chicken, and you get a side of rice and beans, just like $7. And then you also get like the build your own taco, 2 tacos, a piece of fruit or a chip. And sometimes I like to throw in like a cup of cheese. I pay no more than like $10. But y'all better not go up again, cause shoot, I miss eating burrito bowls because sometimes you get them kids meals, they don't fill you up. And the reason why I say that is because I go to the gym, so I guess I'm like building a bodybuilder's body or something. And I gotta eat more than what they give me. That's stupid because not everybody makes over 100,000. I bet half of my generation makes over 100,000. That's just dumb to even have that type of. I think that's what's tasteless, a tasteless take, and they better not, because they could lose business like that. Oh, a burrito ball is $15 or $20. I'm not eating that now. Hey, dude, no, don't go out. I kind of don't want to talk about this Tony Yayo and Ja Rule fight. It's just a classic case of bullying amongst grown men because Tony Yayo is actually affiliated with 50 Cent, and we all know 50 Cent and Ja Rule don't get along. Um, well, if you idiots don't remember, if you fight on a plane, you get on the do not fly list. It's not rocket science, y'all. And y'all too old. I wouldn't say Ja Rule, because Ja Rule looked like he was just minding his own business. But it was Tony Yayo, I think, was egging it on, had his phone out and all, recording it and all that stuff. Come on now. Y'all are like 50 years old. Y'all too old for that. And I'm not even going to sit and reflect on that, because me, a 31-year-old, sitting here telling a couple 50-year-olds, like, y'all too old. It shouldn't be that way. Um, I'm erasing stuff because it's just stuff I don't really want to get into, like Sexy Red beefing with the MJ estate because she rapped over, I think, a beat or something. I don't know. She shouldn't have done it. Should if she wanted to do that, she should have got permission. Point blank. Period. Just saying. Gene Simmons is mad about hip hop being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, be mad, Gene, because have you seen the new class, new edition? Who me in the Rock and Roll? New editions in there. Let's see, 2026. All right, Mariah Carey is in there. Yes, she is pretty much hip hop too. Lauryn Hill is in there. New edition. Wu-Tang Clan in there. So you just gonna have to be mad. I didn't know like Gene Simmons was racist until Trump got in office. That really showed people's true colors. I used to watch Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. Like he never, I don't know, maybe because I was a kid and naive and he never gave that up. And once Trump got in office, shoot, he started showing his, and I don't know how he gets mad about hip hop. And to me, I think he attacked black music. And how you attack black music and you dated freaking, who was that, Diana Ross? Huh? Okay, yeah. All right, weirdo. Well, be mad because Wu-Tang gonna be in there. Mariah gonna be in there. Oh, well. Oh, freaking well. That's all I'm gonna say. Britney Spears. I'm gonna talk about Britney, Britney. So the first Britney story I heard was that she sold her entire catalog, and I immediately thought, man, she really don't want nothing to do with the music business now. She probably don't even want to remember that she was a singer because she was just, I guess, over it. She sold her entire catalog, and whenever like a singer or somebody do that, it worries me because, of course, I still stand on the teaching of Prince, and Prince always preached to keep the publishing, keep the publishing. Like he literally died saying that, keep the publishing, keep the publishing. But Britney, she sold it for a pretty penny too. I don't know the exact number, but she sold it. So Britney sold it, and then 3 weeks later, she got arrested for DUI. They said that she was in the valley somewhere. She got pulled over in a BMW, and they found some sort of like opioid or some substance in there. And y'all know who's the they that said it? Freaking TMZ. And you know what? I don't believe. I'm having a hard time believing TMZ more these days, because like a couple days ago to like last week, they put out a story that Pink was divorcing her husband, and then Pink got on the internet and was like, I ain't divorcing my husband, I'm still with my husband, this is news to me. Shoot. So I don't know, I don't believe that I mean, Brittany might have some mental issues, and what I also thought was she probably took her psych meds. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I take them too, but I don't take like lithium or anything. I think she takes lithium. I take sertraline, and sometimes when I take a sertraline and it kicks in, I kind of get, I don't want to say delayed, but like I don't react as quickly. I might feel it in my body that I want to, but my physically I can't react. So, and then sometimes it does make me sleepy and drowsy, and maybe she had a long day, she was tired. I want to believe that so bad. And then they took her to the hospital to get her blood tested. They should have done the thing right then and there, right? Like it didn't make sense to me. But she was arrested for the suspicion of DUI, and she's been kind of like laying low these past few days. But I think that the media, it blew up more than what it should. Maybe she was tired, maybe she was under not the influence, but like her meds kicked in or something. I bet it's smaller than what the media is making it to be. So I'm gonna just watch that unravel. So I'm gonna move on to the next. And then people are mad at the Free Britney conservatorship people. Um, I think Britney should have like some sort of coach or therapist in her corner 24/7. But the conservatorship she was in was just foul. Her dad controlled everything. And then she kind of couldn't, like, it was just a sticky situation where she was controlled. Like everything was controlled. What she wore, where she lived, her money, who she was with romantically. It just didn't make sense to me. So yeah. Um. Mm-mm. We gonna see how that roll out. And y'all, I'm erasing stuff because I did talk about who's coming to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mariah, Wu Tang, Shakira is going in there. I'm like, dang, Shakira just made. But then I remember she was out way before like Hips Don't Lie. The first, oh yeah, Shakira Hips Don't Lie was the first Shakira song I ever heard in life. But when I was in high school, I heard Estoy Aquí, and I just know Estoy Aquí is way older than Hips Don't Lie. My Spanish teacher in high school played that song for me, and I was like, this sounds like late 90s, mid to late 90s, Estoy Aquí. Pink is in the freaking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. I'm like, Pink? I remember when she first came out, like mainstream with There You Go, Second Pitiful, just because I let you go. Do you know how many times that video played on the box growing up? Wild. Jesus, I'm getting old. It's people I grew up listening to, Mariah, Wu Tang. I would say Luther Vandross, but Luther, he was out like back in the late 70s. But I grew up listening to Luther Vandross, and he's finally going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That should have happened like in 2005, honestly. Like he should have been in there too, because he had hits for days as well. But moving on, RFK Jr. old weird self is in the news because he used to snort cocaine off a toilet seat. Honestly, he could have kept that to himself. That's not a good example, sir. Um, you did cocaine, and we all know that you do anything when you on cocaine. So of course, sniffing off a toilet seat, yeah, that's not normal. And it was probably your own toilet seat or a toilet seat that's been cleaned in your office every day just for you. Yeah, not normal, bro. Not normal. Um, the Scary Movie 6 preview is out. I think Scary Movie 6 comes out this summer, and I'm definitely going to go see it, especially now that the Wayans is involved with it. Now, I remember Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2. I didn't go see those in the theaters. I just remember somebody had it on tape and we'd watch it 1,000 times. I went to go see Scary Movie 3 or 4 with my brother and my cousins. I don't remember having a great trip to see the movies. I just didn't care for it because the Wayans weren't involved. But the preview I saw, it's gonna hit below the belt. I just know it's gonna hit below the belt. Kai Cenat, they're doing like the streaming situation where when Kai Cenat was streaming, famous people would go see him. So they put that in Scary Movie. They brought back Brenda and Cindy, who I think has been in all the Scary Movies so far, with or without the Wayans. So, yep, I'm gonna go see that because I grew up watching Scary Movie, and the Wayans, Marlon, Sean, and Keenan Ivory Wayans. They're like my idols because I'm a writer too. So I can't wait to see it. Um, 50 Cent versus Ti. And why is that beef going on? Because T.I. was messing with Tiny. And I don't understand why T.I. brought Tiny into something like that. Like, even in rap battles, women and children should be, like, left out of it. And Tiny, she is so talented. She is so beautiful, too. Especially when she was younger. Oh, my God. I saw a picture of her, and she had, like, big curly hair and this beautiful short dress. Like, if it was up to me, I'd definitely steal that style and rock it now. But she, from what I hear, because I never met her, she's a sweet person and she does nothing to nobody, so she didn't deserve that. But don't mess with the Harris family when it comes to their mother, because the kids have been making diss songs. It was Eris, the baby girl who can sing very well. Eris, I think King says something, Buddy Red, and Domani. Don't play with people, mama, because they'll come for you for real. And then I heard that 50 Cent took everything off social media, so it's his way of waving the white flag. You didn't even have to do all that, 50. Just should have kept it at T.I. I'm not trying to insinuate any rap beef here, but just keep it at T.I. Leave family and kids out of it. That's all you have to do, but you just, do what you want to do. I like 50, but 50 needs to stop talking about people, family, people, kids. Just leave it at your enemy, not at the enemy's family. And then it'll be all as well. It ain't that hard. Chris Rock was rumored to do a sit down with Will Smith. I was 50-50 on this. It was a rumor, it's not happening. But when I first heard the news that was a possibility, I was 50 for it, because 50% I was against it, because oh my god, I felt like this was rehashing old wounds. Like, the whole slap thing was 5-6 years ago. Like, people talk about it, but it's not like heavily talk about it. Like, right when when it first happens, like, we really don't care anymore. But I was for it because I wanted to see Chris Rock's interviewing skills. Because if this were to happen, it would not be his first interview that he conducted. Back in like 1999 or something, he interviewed Prince. And that was the interview that Prince talked about singing Bad from, I think, with Michael Jackson or before Michael Jackson. And he was like, now, who am I talking about getting butt, because the first line in the song is, your butt is mine. He was like, who am I talking about? Whose butt is mine? Like, you know what I mean? So he did that interview. And, that was 27 years ago or so. So I just wanted to see how his interview skills and stuff changed. But it's a rumor. It's not going to happen. Good. Because we don't need, like, those wounds to be rehashed and all that stuff. And lastly, Jess Hilarious says The Breakfast Club. Since it switched to Netflix, less has been happening and it's a bad decision. I totally agree with her. I've been listening and watching The Breakfast Club since high school. They first got on air in 2010. I was 15. I think I was a sophomore in high school. And they're in New York. I'm in Chicago, so I don't get them on the radio. So after school, I would rush home and get on the computer and watch the interviews. Like, I remember on my 18th birthday, I think Jay-Z was on there. Like, he did an interview and I could, like, access it on freaking YouTube free. But they, I guess, decided to switch everything over to Netflix. So, on YouTube, you don't get the full interview or the full show. You get clips. But the full interviews and all that stuff, it's on, either you could listen on Apple Podcasts for free, but you won't get the visuals, or you could turn it on to Netflix, which I think was a bad choice. Like, they used to have it on the streaming sites. They used to have it on Tubi. You could watch it for free. Somebody else had it streaming. But yeah, you could watch it for free. But then you switch it over to Netflix, and Netflix be hiking their prices every 2 to 3 months. Like, people are giving up Netflix because, oh my god, it's so expensive. I'm not watching that. So they should have, They could have brought it over to Netflix and then had extra stuff. But then that would kind of, well, they don't have a Patreon. Kind of like Patreon, but like it's in your Netflix, so it's with all your other movies and stuff. But y'all didn't have to take it away from YouTube where people could watch for free, or Tubi where people could watch for free. I honestly don't even pay attention to The Breakfast Club as much anymore because I don't have a Netflix account. I use my mama's, like, you know. So yeah, like, mm-mm. And I agree with her. And then other podcasts went to Netflix too, like Rory and Maul. Like I don't pay attention to that, but I don't really see like Rory and Maul videos anymore on YouTube. I'm not subscribed to them, but they should just, Netflix. I know there's smart people over Netflix. They should work out a way that things can be on Netflix and for free as well. So yeah, so that's the end of my episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all stay safe out there, and just stay positive and all that stuff, because this is weird times we're living in. But yeah, I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired, so I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.